Here we have a very nice necklace that is created using the netting technique. It looks intricate, but it's quite easy to do. So there are a few steps that you need to repeat all over in order to create the necklace. And we will go together through these steps. I'm using, as usually, the Nymo thread and just a normal beading needle. And for this project I am going to use Preciosa 11/0. I must say that I have learned this technique a long time ago using some charts, as I have found them online, from Ida Pazman. So all the credits for this beautiful way of helping you to work with the netting technique goes in this case to her. So we start with a sequence of 8 seed beads in this manner. So start with 2 seed beads in green, 1 red, 3 green, 1 red, and 1 green. And I will just zoom in. I think it's better now. So 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, and this go and create a loop by going back through the first bead, and here we have a loop. And obviously it would be better if we have a stopper bead. I have totally forgotten of a stopper bead, and I am going to add it just now. And so now we have the loop, and this loop is in our chart step 2, and now we are proceeding to step 3. In step 3 we are going to add 1 green and 2 red. So now we are working on step 3, and we add 1 green, 2 reds, and we go back, we go through the red bead. Now for step 4, for step 4 we are going to add 1, 2, 3 and 4 red beads, and we have to go back, we skip one, the last one, and go back through the next 2. And here we have like a tail, this tail. And now we add 3 red beads, 1, 2, 3, and we go through the first red bead near the green one. Okay. Now we are at step 6. For step 6, we have to add 2 green and 2 reds. And to go through, we skip 1 red and go through the second from the red bead where the thread comes out. So here 2 green, two reds, skip 1, and we go through the next one. And just control the thread at all times. And now for step 7, we add 1, 2, 3 reds, and we are closing this loop by going through the last bead from that tail. Okay, we skip that last bead and go back through 2 of the red beads. We close this loop by adding 3 red seed beads. There you are. And we go back through the first seed bead near the green ones. And now for step number 9, because 9 is here, so we are going to add 1, 2, 3 greens, and we go through the second bead. We skip 1, the second bead from the one where the thread goes out. So this means that we have 1, 2, and 3. And let's zoom in again. Skip 1 and go through the second red bead from the one that comes out. And now for step 10, we are going to add a sequence of 3 greens, 1, 2, 3, 1 red and another green. So 3 greens, 1 red, another green, and we go back through the middle bead from those 3 that we have just added in the previous step. And this is the sequence we have to repeat in order to create this necklace. And okay, I am going to work with you now through one more sequence in the necklace. I must admit that in order to make this necklace, I am working with the chart by my side, like this. I find it difficult to remember, even if I know to watch the sequence of the pattern itself. So we start from step number 3. For step number 3, we are adding 1 green, 2 red, and go through the first red. Seed bead. This is step 3. Now for step 4 we add 4 reds and create the tail by going back It never tangles this way when I'm not on the camera. Okay. I will have to edit this. Okay. So now we make that tail. By going back through the second and third from the last one. This was step 4. Let's give it a little zoom. For step 5, 3 reds, and we go through the last red in the sequence. Now we create the top loop. For the top loop we need 2 green, 2 reds, we skip 1 red and go through the second one. Just make sure to control the thread. And now for step number 7, we have 3 reds and we use the last bead of the tail, go through that one, and then we skip it and go back through the second and third bead. Always control the thread. And now we add for step number 8 3 reds and go through the first red after the 2 greens on the top loop. Now for step 9 we are adding 3 green beads. We skip 1 red and go through the next red. This was step 9. And the last step, step 10, we are going to add a sequence of 3 greens, 1 red, 1 green. So this is step 10. And this will go through the middle of the 3, middle bead of the set of 3. I usually try to repeat the sequence from step 3 to step 10 when I'm working. So if I leave the work for a while, I'm sure that I've left it at step 10, and when I start again, I'm starting with step 3. Otherwise, it's quite difficult. It's very nice. very delicate, and you can use really the colors you want. I am really into spring colors, even if the virus doesn't make us feel at all as spring as renewal. So I hope you like this, and I hope the explanations are good enough, and I will try to have a copy of these charts, and you can much easier control the technique for this necklace. Thank you.